I have had people say, and I used to say it many years ago, that marriage is a covenant, but that is not true. Marriage is not a covenant. Marriage is not a covenant. Marriage is a relationship. A relationship. That is just like every friendship. Now when we are in marriage, we can now make a covenant with one another. That covenant is a commitment. Now that we're in marriage, we now make personal commitments. That commitment is based on the individuals. It's not what you say in the church. It is what you personally commit yourself to do. What you commit yourself to do. Your commitment, listen everybody, please look at me. If you are writing, stop writing. Look at me, listen carefully. Your commitment should never be to your wife, and your commitment should never be to your husband. Your commitment should be to the word of God. When you're committed to the word of God, it will keep your marriage. Your commitment should not be to your husband. Your commitment should not be to your wife. Your commitment should be to the word of God. When you're committed to the word of God, it will keep your marriage. Your commitment should be to the word of God, not to people. Now, of course, if you're committed to the word, you'll be committed to your wife, you'll be committed to your husband. But your commitment should be to the word, to do the word. I will do the word. Whether my husband is behaving right or not, me myself, I will do the word. Whether my wife is behaving well or not, my commitment is not based on my wife's seriousness, and my commitment is not based on my husband's commitment. I am personally committed and dedicated to the word of God. Therefore, irrespective of his or her behavior, I will be faithful to the word of God in my relationship. Are you following? Your commitment primarily should be to the word of God. And when you are that committed to the word of God, that will be a lasting covenant of marriage. When your commitment primarily is to the word of God, that will be a lasting covenant of marriage. That should be where your commitment should be. So that there's no eye service in the marriage. So that there's no hypocrisy in the marriage. So that you're not just doing it for your wife. So that you're not just doing it for your husband. You're doing it because you are born of the word. Therefore, you do the word naturally. Your commitment is to the word of God because you're born of the word. When you have a commitment to the word of God, you will keep your home. You will keep your marriage because the word works. When your commitment is to the word of God, you will keep your marriage, you will keep your home because the word works. Having said that, marriage is therefore